Lots of say. It sounds like a regular Alice Cooper concert in 2019. No,
You know the lingo. If you go on the Alice Cooper tour, you will get paid. You will see the world, and you will get stitches.
you guys are great together. I mean, you're a 1-2 punch. Actually, you know what? You're more than a 1-2 punch. You're a 1-2-3 punch, because look at this segue. Look, just for the hell of it, just for the sake, a special guest wants to come on the show, wants to come on the podcast, folks. Welcome to In the Trenches, Cheryl's daughter, Calico Cooper. Hello.
Oh, honey, do you want a Kleenex? Here.
No, I'm okay.
Okay.
How you doing, Calico? Thanks for making it out.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm in the closet, like literally.
Oh, well, I told you that we would have a certain, look, I thought that we'd be well into your history and taking questions from our lovely chat. And by the way, if you are listening to this on any of the audio channels, please make your way over to the YouTube official and subscribe, because you can get into the chat. Vic's going to start putting out some great comments from all you people that are in the chat. But we have Calico Cooper, Cheryl Cooper's daughter, and obviously they have a similar. There's a similarity. There's a little similarity, I think.
For all of you listening at home, I look great. That's all you need to know. And we all
you do look great.
Amazing. We all look rested. In no way are we in any way tired or stressed.
What do you think of your new living room that you like back home? And
another part of being a Cooper is being wildly shocked at something and going, okay,
that's fine.
Okay, that's fine.
There it is.
What is that? That's fine.
Who are you?
I'm good. Well, I popped in really quick because also like a Cooper, I have a full day of really bizarre things I have to get done, but I wanted to grace Ryan's listeners. You're talking about being on tour and having this experience is like a young girl jumping into this, which is like similar to mine when we were talking, joining at like 18, 19 years old. I just realized last night that's exactly when I joined. And obviously it was a whole different animal by the time I was doing it, because you had already paved the way. I already knew what to do in the show because of what you had done. And that was like a massive bar to jump. And so I guess my question is, when those characters and those pieces and those things were kind of thrown at you, did you have like a lot of creative license to sort of like choose, how the character, like choose how she was going to be, choose what happened, or was that choreographed, or was it kind of like both?
Initially, there are 4 dancers on stage. There's so much happening that if you're in the wrong place at the wrong time, you're going to get hurt. So you have to be so in sync, so in tune and pristine. However, I got creative license when it came to Only Women Bleed, and this is how it happened. There were only 2 girls doing the show, and I got wind that it might have been the other dancer in mind for this role, because she came to me and she said, "Oh, I've been asked to do a ballet in the middle of the show with an axe in my head." And I thought, well, that's interesting. And I just remember watching, listening. And so when it came time to that, to choreograph that, I'm standing in the wings. I'm ready to do something like, oh, you mean like this? Were you thinking something more like this?
That's where I get it from. I'm like, oh, I'm just right here waiting for you to do something wrong.
And I'm here. And, I'm
Tonya Harding her.
I did the original Harding.
I'm climbing up the bed frame of this twisted nightmare bed and doing all these amazing contortions, and just it was romantic, pathetic, and somehow beautiful, and
the big 3
along in the middle of a rock concert, and yet it did.
That's so awesome.
I may have jacked it from the other girl. I'm not sure.
Sorry.
I hope she's forgiven me.
I think she'll get over it. I think you've earned the forgiveness of that.
Calico, you've definitely earned the spot of Alice Cooper alumni. I mean, because the story that both of you tell, aside from the full-on 100% nepotism, there is very similar sort of, it is a very similar story, and the plight, the fact that you guys do by anything necessary to make the show happen. Trust me, I toured with many years with Calico, and now I've toured many years with Cheryl. They both, it's by all means necessary. There's not a shred of wimpiness in either of them. As you know, Calico right now is a lead performer, lead singer of Bisto Blanco as well with Chuck Garrick. So is Chuck around, and is he in camera view right now?
I had this is so LA. I had an audition this morning and I was going to go bring him in, but I didn't have time to get there. So now we're in a closet.
Well, what is Bisto Blanco doing? What's in the on the plate of Bisto Blanco right now?
So we have a live stream from the Queen Mary. And so I don't know, for those of you that know, every year during normal life, on Halloween, the Queen Mary opens up, and it's the oldest, most haunted ship like ever. So it's right up our alley. But the Queen Mary has asked Bisto and Filter and Silver Sun Pickups to play a virtual concert on this haunted ship. And then they take the bands with a ghost hunter. The whole ship shut down. There's nobody else on it. And they take the bands through, and we hold the EVPs, and we get to like ghost adventure and ghost hunt. So for the first time in my life, my dad is actually going to watch.
He's not just going to say he's going to watch. He's going to watch.
Yeah,
if it's on the Sci-Fi Network, he's definitely going to watch it.
But he loves the ghost hunters and he loves all that stuff. So when they were like, "Oh, you're going to be on this like ghost hunter show," I was like, yes. It's like my grandma when I was on, was it Dr. Phil? What was it? It was some the doctors. The doctors. For the first time, my grandma watched the TV and she's like, oh, it was so amazing. I was so proud of you. I was like, that's what you're proud of? Okay, all right.
And by the way, folks, Cheryl's mother-in-law, Alice's mother, and obviously Calico's grandmother is not watching this podcast right now. I can guarantee that. But maybe we can get her on the rebroadcast if we tell her we mentioned her name. And how's she doing? Is she hanging in there?
95. She will outlive us all. She's incredible. Every time I hear her, 10 years younger, she's firing from both hips. She's still got that Tennessee hillbilly in her.
Mom,
I think I saw her poke her head out from behind the fireplace that you have. Yeah. I think she was right around the grand piano.
She's so sassy. We visited her in the retirement home, and she was talking about the other women in there, and she was catty, girl. She was like, "Oh, well, she's just after the man, and she has horrible hair under that wig, and I was like, Grandma. The sass. Well, before I go, Mom, will you do me the great honor of sharing the game, which I wish so badly was around when I was there, because I would have schooled it. But will you please tell them about Bang You're Dead?
Oh, boy.
Oh, this is a great story. Yes.
Okay, get ready. When you're on a tour for how many years, you can go insane unless you have some internal reciprocity of playfulness. So we invented a game called Bang You're Dead. And the premise is everybody on tour for the entire year was allowed 3 shots with their finger. And you had to go like this: bang, you're dead. And you could point at anybody on the tour. Nothing was off limits except on stage. But as long as you weren't performing, if you were on an escalator and somebody said, "Hey, Cheryl, bang, you're dead," you collapse on the escalator, you ride it to the bottom, and you stay there and let people walk over you. So we have annihilated Chinese restaurants, the epitome of immaturity. But if you're in a buffet and you have food, you go over backwards. You take the table with you. It was just, we never really destroyed anything as far as hotel rooms, but we did get rowdy and raucous when it came to Bang You're Dead. If you're in your best dress, heels, hose, jewelry, and walking by a swimming pool and somebody said, "Bang You're Dead," you go in the pool. You can't save face. You got to go for it. And I think that led to some very interesting faux deaths.
Calico, do you know this story about Bang You're Dead? Because it literally just happened in January and February when we were on tour in New Zealand, because Davy Johnstone was on tour with, who's actually in the Trenches podcast, alumni, by the way. He's been on there. Check out his episode, folks. See, a shameless plug. But Davy Johnstone has actually told us about this story. He came to the show in New Zealand, and I believe that Cheryl, did you bang your dead him, or did he bang your dead you?
He banged your dead me.
Make that a comment. He banged your dead me.
All right. Down I went. I don't remember where we were. Could have been out in front of a hotel. I probably went in the gutter, if I knew me. And you do what you do. You can't save face.
That's amazing. Well, Dad always is so proud of you for a million things, but he always is so quick to tell the story. He goes, "Oh yeah, Cheryl completely annihilated that Chinese restaurant." He goes, "You walked through," and he goes, "Davy went, bang, you're dead," and she goes, "Rah!" and went over and took out. And Ryan, she would full commitment, table, baby corns flying. And everything, and she laid there right on the ground, and my dad goes, people were calling, "Oh, call the ambulance," and they were calling the ambulance, and then by the time that the ambulance pulled up, she goes, "Wow, oh, gosh," and she get up, bow.
I'm okay.
Man. Well, you know what? We have a clip of me doing that to Nita. I did a Roxy Cam, and I did it on the last show of the last tour in Christchurch, New Zealand this year. I had one of my GoPro on me, and I took it from a stage point of view. And you can check it out, folks, if you want to go out and check this Roxy Cam episode. Maybe Vic, do you have a clip of that real quick? No, he doesn't have it available. Okay. So anyhow, you can go on my official YouTube and you can check it out, but I do it to Nita, and that's why Nita falls over and dies, because I said, "Bang, you're dead," because we love that story, and she committed to the bit. So I love the fact that it lives. Bang, you're dead lives on.
It's multi-generational.
Yeah, but think about that now. Can you imagine, like, the world in the state? It's like, you're like, if you were in the airport and you went down, it would be like, okay, we have to make airports off limits now. What else is off limits?
Oh, yeah.
Hazmat suits would come out.
Yeah, exactly.
I've got more deaths on tarmacs before getting on a plane. And down you go. You're on the runway.
Dang. What happened? Where can I not die theatrically wherever I want?
Calico, will you please carry the Bang Your Dead tradition on to Bisto Blanco and do it on the Queen Mary on your Halloween special? Because will you tell the folks how they can check out the Halloween special?
Yeah, if you click on either Facebook or Instagram, Bisto Blanco has the link in our bio. We have the link basically on all our social media, and you just click on it. It's on Halloween night. We do 3 songs. One of them belongs to Motorhead, because hey. But and I sing it. Isn't that cool? You'd think Chuck sings it. Me, baby.
They'd be expecting that. See, they'd be expecting Chuck singing it.
No, my friend. No, it's me.
Very good. A final word of warning about Bang You're Dead. Be very careful, because if you die a spectacular death, everybody could save their shots for you.
No. That makes sense. You're a pathetic dyer. Nobody wants to shoot you.
Mother-daughter, Cheryl Cooper, Calico Cooper. Calico, I'm going to let you go because I'm like falling behind here. But there he is. There's a nice family portrait. There's Calico right there.
Oh gosh, I'm so skinny.
Gotta leave with a baby pic. Oh, look at.
Hi, baby.
What an adorable child.
Shut up.
Who gave you all these photos, Vic? This is not a roast. This is not a roast of Calico. We'll save that for another episode.
All right. I love you guys. Have a good one.
Thank you very much, Calico. We'll see you very soon. All right. Bisto Blanco. There she goes. She just got the hook from Vic, but check it out, folks. Hello, folks. Roxy here. Thanks for watching the video. And if you liked it, hit the subscribe button or one of the videos around me to watch more. If you'd like to, please leave a comment. If you didn't like the video, maybe you'll forget how to type.